So, thank you so much again for joining the session as this is day one for the 2 week online session. And here we will cover most of the part from Oracle integration only. We'll start from scratch and all the major point, whatever we need to be clear about while working on Oracle integration, everything we will learn here. And yes, in last of 10 minutes, we will have question and answer session. So whatever I explained, if anyone having any issues, we will discuss on that and we'll check. So today agenda we will cover the first with the Oracle integration, from where we can use that integration, why we will use everything we will discuss. Then we will move to the components, what kind of components we have for Oracle integration, and then Oracle integration patterns we will discuss. So there are slight changes in patterns. Like previously, we have six different patterns. So everything we will learn, we will discuss here in the session only. And obviously, in last we will have question and answer session where we'll ask you if you have any doubt or want to ask anything. Will discuss on that also. And after the session, I will share the recording in next half hour so that if anyone have missed or want to revise, you can go through the recording and we'll start working on that. So let's begin. So whenever we are saying that Oracle integration, it's combination of three different services. So the first is Oracle integration only, that known as ICS, Integration Cloud Services, or OIC, Oracle Integration Cloud. And the second one is PCS, that is Process Cloud Services. And the third one is VBCS. So we'll skip PCS and VBCS. In the complete session, we'll continue with the Oracle integration only. Just for briefing purpose, for working on Oracle Fusion, if you remember, in EBS we have workflow. In Fusion we have BPA for adding the approval and all these things. For the same, we have PCS for adding the approval hierarchy and all in the custom page created for VBCS. And the same we have VBCS. So previously, if you are aware about that, in EBS we have OAF pages. Whenever we required some custom pages, we have OAF to create pages and embedded that pages with EBS. And after that, we in Oracle Fusion we have OAF. So with the help of OAF, we were about to create new pages. That pages are going to combine with the Oracle Fusion application where we are using. So now this time that the OAF and VBCS is removed, now we have VBCS, Visual Builder Cloud Services. VBCS help us to create a mobile application as well as the web page application that is going to be merged with that Fusion application, so that whatever transaction we are going to perform, we can perform through VBCS only. And how VBCS page is going to perform the transaction. So what we are going to do is we are creating integration for each and every VBCS pages. We are passing data from VBCS to OIC, and that OIC is going to perform transaction with the help of different services like web services or FVDI and all. So these two part we will skip. We will discuss only about integration. Yes, we will discuss that how we can create integration in a such a way that any VBCS services or the any third party system can call our Oracle integration to perform the transaction. So coming to the integration part, so whenever we are saying that Oracle integration, so simply means we can consider it's a middleware application. So whenever we are saying middleware application, it means that that application something is going to make a connectivity with different application. So sometimes we need to create purchase order or invoices in Oracle Fusion. So whenever we are saying that we need to create transaction in Oracle Fusion, transaction can be different. Like we can consider transaction as AP invoices or payment, or we can say purchase order requisition or inventory transaction like sub inventory transfer or anything. So everything we will consider as a transaction. So whenever we are saying that we need to create transaction, the first way is that we can manually open the Fusion application or ERP application front end. We can enter the data on the transaction page and the transaction will be created in the Fusion. But here sometimes we require to create transaction not from front end. We have data file from server or we have data in database table, and based on that data we need to perform the transaction in Fusion. So yes, Oracle provided different APIs, different approaches to perform transaction in Fusion, not even only from the UI part. So yes, OIC will help you here to create application in such a way that it will get data from different sources. The sources can be FTP server or any third-party application, that can be Salesforce or any other application we can consider, and we will read the data from that server, the system, and perform operation in Oracle integration only with the help of API. So we will learn that how we can call API in Oracle integration. Everything we will learn here. So now, after the introduction, we have components in OIC. So everything, whenever we are going to learn any technology, each and every technology having their components. So in Oracle integration, we have six components, 6 or 7 components. The first components, it's not like we can consider as a first component or second component. So it's all interrelated. So whenever we are saying that components, that we have adapters, agent, connections, lookups, libraries, and the package, and the last component, integration. So integration is also we can consider as a component only. But yes, whenever we are going to create Oracle integration, that integration will use rest of the components. So anyone having any doubt here or want to ask anything, I'm fine so that I can continue. Just give me hands up. I hope everything is fine and we can continue, right? So now the first we will discuss about adapters. So as we discussed that Oracle integration is something that application we can consider as a middleware application that is going to make a connectivity with different system. So suppose we are going to get data from SFTP server and processing the data into Oracle Fusion application. So with the help of Oracle integration only, we are going to perform that operation. So here it comes adapter. Adapter is going to define that what kind of third-party application we are going to connect with Oracle integration. So suppose we are going to get data file from server. So our third-party system is SFTP server. So how Oracle will identify that we are going to make a connectivity with SFTP server? That's why we have FTP adapters. Same as if we are going to make a connectivity with database, we have database adapter. So in case of Oracle XE database, we have Oracle database. For Oracle Autonomous Transaction Processing database or ADW database, we have ATP adapters and ADW adapters. Sometimes we require to make a connective with ERP application. That's why we have Oracle ERP adapters, Oracle HCM adapters. So in term of Oracle integration, all the system, even it's ERP only or the Fusion application, it is also considered as a third-party application. So whenever we are saying that we have to make a connectivity with third-party application, we require adapter. That adapter will be identified as a third-party mediator, like so that that integration will be aware about that. Okay, we are going to make a connectivity with that third-party system. So Oracle provided different adapters. So some adapter, basic adapters we can consider as Oracle ERP adapters, FTP, ATP, Oracle E-Business Suite, REST adapters, SOAP adapters, Oracle database adapters, and many more. So now next we have agent. So as I told you that adapter is going to identify as which third-party system we are going to connect. So now there are different third-party systems that can be available over cloud and that can be on-premise application. So whenever we are saying that we have cloud system, or we can say that we have to make a connectivity with third-party system which is available over cloud, we can directly use agent to create the connection. I will discuss what is connection. But whenever we are saying that we need to connect with the third-party system which is not available over cloud, we require agent. Agent will be considered as a bridge between connection and the Oracle integration, so that it can make the on-premise application over the cloud, so that Oracle integration can make a connectivity with them. We'll discuss that agent in deep, like whenever we will go for the practical part. Now here we have connection. So as I told you, that adapter is going to define that which third party system we are going to connect. But connection is the one in Oracle integration which will define that we are going to connect with third party system. So whenever we are saying that we have to create connection, it means we need to use adapter, so that adapter can identify that which third party system we are going to connect. And in connection, we have to provide the credentials for the third party system. For example, we are going to connect with the Oracle database. Then we will create one connection. That connection will help Oracle integration to make a connectivity with third party system, that is Oracle database. But how that connection will identify that we have to connect with that Oracle database? That's why we have adapters. So we will select Oracle database adapter while creating the connection, so that that connection can be specified that yes, we are going to make a connectivity with Oracle database only. So this is the main purpose of creating connection. Yes, whenever we are going to create connection, as like we need to specify the adapters, same as we need to specify the agent. So we are going to create connection. If we know that the connection we are going to create with third party that is not available over the cloud, at the time we will use agent in that connection. So agent will help Oracle integration connection to make a connectivity with non-cloud application that can be on-premise, and then it will make a connectivity so that the same connection we will use in Oracle integration to make a connectivity and perform the transaction, even getting data from that third party on-premise application or processing the data over there, everything we can perform using the connection only. So in simple term, if you will say what is connection, so connection is simply that the application which is going to identify to the Oracle integration that which third party system and how we are going to make a connectivity with them. All the credentials, user ID, password, everything we have to define in connection while creating connection only. Now we have lookup. So lookup is same as we are using in Oracle ERP, like in EBS or Oracle Fusion, for providing the data in a key and values format. But here in Oracle integration, whenever we are going to create lookup, lookup is going to create globally. So if we say that we created lookup in Oracle instance, in each and every instance, we can have different integrations. We can have various integration. So whenever we are going to create a lookup, that lookup can be accessible to each and every integration on that specific instance only. So for example, the most common use of that Oracle lookups is sometimes we need to pass the data. Suppose we are going to call BI reports, we have to get the BI report data in Oracle integration. After that, we need to pass the data file over server somewhere else, right? So it's not really a good choice to pass the path, the SFTP path where we have to place the file each and every time in integration. So suppose later on we need to change the path and there is requirement to update the file name and all. So what we need to go to integration, we need to update the integration mapping there. But if we will use the lookup, as I told you, lookup is going to use globally. So we don't need to update the integration. We will directly update the value in lookup, and the same value we will map in Oracle integration. So at runtime, remember at runtime, whenever we will update the value of lookup, the same value will reflect in Oracle integration. And whenever in Oracle integration we are going to use lookup, that value will reflect at runtime. There is no something like when we update the value in lookup, we have to activate the integration again, nothing like that. So now we have libraries and packages. So whenever we are saying that libraries, it is something that we are going to create functions. We are going to create custom functions for Oracle integration. In Oracle integration, we have already few predefined functions, but yes, sometimes we require additional calculation or additional operation we need to perform. That's why we have library option where we can create JavaScript function, and the same JavaScript function we can call in Oracle integration so that we can perform the specific transaction which doesn't have option to perform using Oracle standard functions. So same as library is also globally whenever we are creating functions, custom function, JavaScript function in Oracle integration instance, we can access the specific function all over all the integrations. And then last we have package. So package is something that going to combine multiple integration together. So whenever we are saying that going to combine multiple integration together, it means that we can create integration without even providing the package name. But yes, when we are providing the package name to the integration, it means that we are going to specify that a specific integration to related to the package only, so that for suppose we are creating different integrations for payables modules, but we created three different integrations for AP invoices only. One integration we created for getting the data file from server, another integration we created getting data from report and then performing the transaction in Fusion. Second integration we created that getting data from database table and performing the operation. All these three integration is going to perform operation for creating the AP invoices only. So what we can do is that we can combine all this integration in a single package, so that whenever, like in future, we need to check that, okay, how many integration are related to AP invoices, we don't need to search. We can directly move to the packages, and in the package, once we will check, we can identify all these three integration. This is the one use. Another use of package can be sometimes every time. So like whenever we are working on the development side, we need to migrate the integration one instance to another instance, right? After all the testing and all. So whenever we are saying that we need to migrate one integration one instance to another instance, we can directly export the integration, and the same integration we can import to the different system, different instance. But suppose we have more than 10 or 12 integration or hundreds of integration, and we have to migrate the same to the Oracle instance, different instance. So it will be like very difficult to go export each and every integration and then import to the other instance. So instead of that, what we will do, we will create package and we will specify some integration based on the package and all, and we will import the package, and directly we will export the package first from our the previous instance, and the same package we exported, we will import the package into different instance. So what it will do, it will, whatever integration inside that package is available, the same integration will be imported to the different instance, even without going to import and export that integration again and again. So that is a benefit of packages we are using. So we are done with that integration details and all. So now whenever we are saying that we are going to create integration, we have different types of integration. So if we are saying the type of integration, or we can consider it a style of integration. So previously, here you can see in the screenshot, we have six different types of integration available, integration types or patterns available for that Oracle integration. But last three, you can see it's last three is gray out. I will show you in the instance only. Last three is gray out. It means that Oracle suggested that do not use last three types of pattern of integration. We are going to remove that integration pattern. Yes, later on, once they introduce generation 3 first time, they remove that all these three. They remove all these three integration patterns from the integration instance, and later on they updated one and they added another one. I will explain there only. So here you can see the first one, we have app driven. So when we will use app driven, what is the benefit of using app driven, everything we will discuss. Next we have schedule orchestration, then we have file transfer, basic rule, publish to OIC and subscribe to OIC. So the last four we will skip. We will majorly focus on app driven and the schedule one. So later on, they changed the name to app driven to application. So as you can see, this is the integration pattern available in generation 2, or we can say version 2. And the next you are able to see a screen that generation 3. In generation 3, we have only three patterns for the integration. The first is application, second is schedule, and the third one is event. So how you can relate all these things to the generation 2? So you can see we have published to OIC and subscribe to OIC. So combination of these two, it's moved to the event part. So in generation 3, they introduce new pattern, that is event. And in that event only, we can achieve the publish to OIC integration and the subscribe to OIC. And now here you can see we have schedule. So this schedule is the same as we have schedule orchestration in the generation 2. And generation 2 only, we have app driven orchestration. The same app driven is known as application here in generation 3. So I will show you everything here. So let's move to the integration instance, and I will show you that how we can create the integration, everything we will discuss. So as this is the only for the introduction part of this session only, so we will just cover the basic navigation of that instance. In next session we will start creating the instance integration and how we will identify that which integration we need to create. We need to move for the schedule integration or the app driven integration. Everything we will learn that how we can identify based on the requirement or situation. So here I will show you two different generation of the integration so that we can easily correlate each and every one. So here you can see on the screen we have Oracle integration version 2, also known as generation 2. So in generation 2 you can see in home page we have basic summary details and the recipe created by default, so that whenever you are going to work on Oracle integration you can take a help from there. And moving to the integration parts, you once you will navigate to task, you can see here we have different options. The setting where we will get option for file server or the configuration related settings. Even we can upload the certification. Sometimes we require to upload certification for performing the transaction in Oracle integration. All these things we can do from the settings side only. Then you can see we have monitoring part. In monitoring, it's completely related to the tracking and all. So we created integration. We have to check the log of that integration, and we need to track that the integration is completed successfully. What's the status? What's the log message and all. We can move to the monitor part and we can check. Then we have insight, and then we have visual builder. So as I told you, whenever we are saying that Oracle integration, it's combination of three different services. The first we can consider as the integration, that is Oracle integration only, and another we have visual builder and we have the process. So all these two, visual builder and the process cloud services, we will skip here. You can see in the process we can create process application so that we can enable the approval hierarchy here. And yes, whenever we are saying that integration, we are going to work here in the integrations part only. In integration you can see all these are the components which we discussed in the previous slide. The connections, lookups, package, agent, adapters, libraries, everything we have here. We will learn when we will create integration. We will learn each and every point. So before going to create integration, we will move to the connection part. How we will identify the connection, how we will create, where we need to provide the adapters details, everything we will learn while we will create the connection. And here in the integration part, this is the application. This is the main application we are going to work on or we are going to create so that we can perform transaction in Oracle Fusion or Oracle ERP application. So most of the time we are creating integration to automate the two purpose we have majorly for creating the integration. The first one is to automate something like we can consider supplier provided the data file for AP invoices over server on a specific time every day, and we have to consume that file and we need to create the specific AP invoices whatever available we have in the data file into the Oracle system. So we create integration, we will schedule the integration so that it will automate the process each and every time. No user involved that someone is going to run the integration. No, each and every time that integration will automatically executed, it will process the file from server and the same transaction will be created in Fusion. So that kind of things we are going to create integration for that. And yes, second part we can say the integration for performing the transaction from third party system. So all these things we are going to create here only. And here you can see in the integration, as I told you, when we are going to create integration, we will have different options. So all the options which I explained in the PPT, you can see here. We have app-driven orchestration, we have schedule one, we have file transfer, and then basic routine publish to OIC and subscribe to OIC. When whatever operation we can perform using file transfer, the same operation we can perform in schedule orchestration and the app-driven orchestration only. That's why in the next latest version, Oracle removed that all these four types of pattern, and the file transfer basic is removed, but publish to OIC and subscribe to OIC merge in the project only. So we'll discuss that one also. So here you can see this is the structure of version 2 of Oracle integration. Moving to the latest version, that is Oracle generation 3, they are doing various update in generation 3 only. So if you will see previous video I created there, if you will see while working on the integration, we have only two types of integration style. But now latest they added the third one, that is event. With the help of event only, we can achieve publish to OIC and the subscribe to OIC types of integration. And yes, you can see when we are moving to create integration in the previous one, we have app driven and the schedule. The same you can see converted into application and schedule is the same. So these two, we majorly work on these two integration. So whenever we will move to the integration creation part, before going to start the integration creation, we will discuss that the scenarios, why we need to choose Oracle application type integration or why we need to choose schedule type. Everything we will discuss. What's the difference between both? What kind of functionalities we can achieve from both integration? We will learn in this session only. So for the session, we will follow Oracle Generation 2 instance only. Just for the reference purpose, I shown you that Oracle Generation 3 instance. But yes, later on, if we require or like we'll get time, we can go through the Oracle Integration Instance Generation 3 also. So that the basic canvas design or all these things, whatever we have new in the Generation 3, we can be aware about that. So everything we will learn in our session only. So for creating the instance integration, we need to move to the integrations part. For creating the connection, we need to move here and here we can create the connection. So as you can see, we have already created few connection which is listed here. And we have lookups. We can create a lookup. That lookup can be used in Oracle integration. So all these things here you can see whatever we are going to create, it will be considered as globally for Oracle integration. That integration application we are going to create, that integration application will access all these elements, all the component we will create here in the Oracle instance. The same we have packages. So here you can see we have simple package demo, and in this demo package, how many integration are associated with this demo package? If you can see here in the integration part, we have two integration associated with them. What two integrations are there? You can see these two are the name of that integration which is associated with this package. Then after we have agent, as discussed, that agent is going to help us to make a connectivity with the on-premise application or the application which is not available over the cloud or which is not available over publicly access. So we will use agent in this case so that the agent will make a connectivity or we can say establish the bridge between on-premise application to the Oracle integration which is available over the cloud so that they both can make a connectivity between both. Now we have adapters. That adapter is the one who is going to define that what kind of third party system we are going to connect. We have different adapters. You can see all provided here. For getting the file from our local system, we have 5 adapters. FTP adapters is going to help us to make a connectivity with SFTP server or FTP server both. We have different more application like Oracle ERP application, Microsoft Office application, all these things like we have for the database application adapters, everything we have here. Yes, we don't have each and every adapters available, but yes, each and every third party system, if they don't have adapters, we have APIs, that REST API or SOAP API. With the help of SOAP API or REST API only, we can make a connectivity with the third party system for which we don't have the REST adapters available. Now in last we have libraries as discussed. Library, with the help of library only, we can create custom functions so that we can achieve our requirements, whatever business requirement we have additionally, which cannot be implemented through Oracle integration only. We can use libraries functions so that in libraries we can create JavaScript function, we can use Python code so that we can achieve the functionalities, whatever we have for the business requirement. And yes, whenever we are saying that we are going to create integration, integration is the application. And yes, we need to migrate this application to different instance. So suppose this is our dev instance. Sometimes after development, we need to move this dev to UAT, SIT, and different instance. So Oracle provided the facilities to export the integration from this instance, and the same integration will be imported to the different instance. So we will learn everything that how we can import integration, export integration, what kind of facilities we are going to get whenever we are exporting the integration. All these things we will discuss in the upcoming sessions. So I hope everything is fine here. And yes, if you have any other queries, you can ask. Now session is open for Q&A session, so that each and everyone, if you're having any query or any doubt, we can discuss on that. Or you have any specific doubt related to the session, you want to more improvement in the session, yes, you can give the suggestion, you can ask anything. Thank you so much. You can continue to ask. So next integration, next session we will create integration, and yes, we will create. Okay, yes, Osmani will increase the time bit extra, as this is introduction session only today. So in next session we will move to the integration part when we will create a real life integration. So yes, obvious it will take much time over there. So yes, we will provide extra time. Even yes, if required, we can give a hour to complete the specific transaction on which we will work on that. Anyone have any other queries? Is it that no one is going to ask anything? Do you have any doubt? Yes, you can ask. And yes, in next session, we will create integration, that we will see that the app-driven integration and the schedule integration, difference between both, why we will use why we will use that kind of integration, that when we need to go for the schedule one or when we need to go for the app-driven one, everything we will learn in the next session. So thank you so much. If you want to ask, you can ask, or we will wrap up for today.
Hi, can you share me that this video?
Yes, obvious, Pratap. We will share this session in the group only. So request you
Oh,
everyone to please share your email in the group so that I can give you the access to a specific person only, which having this email, who is going to share the email ID. So after the session, request
sure,
you to
sure, sure.
please, yeah, share your email ID in the group only so that I can get. Yes, I have already, but yes, if you have different email ID, I want to share the recording over there only. So yes, you can provide. Is I have email ID for each and everyone. We'll share on that email only. So I hope this session will helpful for you. And yes, if you have any suggestion and yes, you want to share any point of view, you can. You are like really welcome to share the, so that we can do improvement if required.
Recording